this big debate, data chore proof on the News Hour tonight. Joining me this evening, GVL Narasimha Rao, MP and national spokesperson of the BJP. Joining me live from Delhi, Shehzad Poonawalla, lawyer, Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst, Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Gunja Kapoor, political analyst, and Saba Naqvi, senior journalist. First, let's go to our segment that's called The Standpoint, where Tehseen Poonawalla will take on GVL Narasimha Rao. Tehseen Poonawalla, the Congress party has gone blue in the face trying to deny any connection with Cambridge Analytica. Now, you said that picture in Alexander Nix's room was photoshopped. The journalist for the BBC who did that documentary, and that documentary was on America, it had nothing to do with India. Today when he sees, and when he was contacted by Times Now, has made it very clear in that interview that he saw that picture there, he went back, checked out his original shoot, and that picture did exist there. What's the Congress-Cambridge connection, and why is the Congress party lying about it? Your 60 seconds start now.
I'd like to begin by congratulating GVL Narasimha Rao ji and all the best for his tenure as a parliamentarian. The fact of the matter is that last year a person had come to meet me regarding a business deal. He claimed to be making poor housing under the Prime Minister, some Garib Ghar Yojana. He had pictures of the Prime Minister put up. Fact of the matter is that a lot of people print a lot of things. The Prime Minister, Nirav Modi, was himself in a poster with the Honorable Prime Minister. Later on, the BJP kept saying that, listen, Nirav Modi just great crashed it. He wasn't invited there. Simply having a picture could be Photoshop, which it isn't, could be somebody misusing the name, could be misrepresentation. Since GVL Bhai is now a member of parliament, let GVL Bhai assure us that his government will conduct a thorough inquiry and put the culprits behind bar. They won't do it because, as Randeep Surjewala said, Cambridge Analytica was used by the BJP to spread false propaganda against the Congress, and it's done so, and it's associated with members who are connected to the BJP and its alliance parties.
Well, for the first time, the Congress party actually, people close to the Congress party have finished their statement before the 60 seconds are up. GVL Narasimha Rao, the allegation is against you. It's not they who employed the Cambridge Analytica firm. They say that the Cambridge Analytica was employed by you in 2014 to spread misinformation about the Congress party.
Navika, it is the Congress party's DNA, because they always prevaricate, they always lie, confronted with absolute truth. Also, we have seen in the past how they really tried to lie to this country. I would like to remind Rahul Gandhi's meetings with the Chinese ambassador, and the same Randeep Surjewala with a straight face told this country that media has gone berserk and is spreading lies. And by the evening, Rahul Gandhi was forced to really correct that statement and reveal to the country that he had met. The same thing happened when Rahul Gandhi visited Somnath temple. It's their own party leaders who made an entry in a register which was not meant for, which was meant for non-Hindus, and then they pretended not to know it until the fact came out in public domain. It's been in the DNA right from the Bofors
Since his time is up, hasn't GVL Bhai spoken about everything but this issue? Why doesn't GVL Bhai take action on this issue?
Every scam which is there before them, they will simply, I think Navika, it's not fair for him to disturb during my 1 minute time. I did not interject when he spoke.
Cambridge Analytica was hired by BJP.
Tell him to wait.
It worked
I think
for
it's
BJP
your
and Nitish
DNA.
Kumar ji. That
It's
is
the
fact,
Congress
and
party's
GVL
natural instinct to lie.
Please arrest us.
It is the natural instinct of the Congress party.
What natural instinct, sir? You never one question. You spoke about China, Doklam, Somnath Mandir, Rahul Gandhi Mandir. You didn't speak about the issue. Please tell us about the issue.
Chinese ambassador meeting.
So
interesting.
Questions, counterpoints, all coming in. Shehzad Poonawalla getting into the debate.
Today's the most interesting thing is that इतना झूठ बोल दिया है कि आज 1 मिनट में भी झूठ भरने के लिए झूठ बाकी नहीं रहा, क्योंकि सारा झूठ पकड़ा गया।
आप तहसीन पूनावाला पे एलिगेशन लगा रहे हैं या कांग्रेस पार्टी पे?
समझदार को इशारा काफी है, जो ना समझे उनको तो बोलने के बाद भी नहीं समझेगा, क्योंकि क्रिस्टोफर वाइली ने बोला, टेस्टिमनी में बोला, फोटो छोड़ो, फोटो तो दूर की बात है, क्रिस्टोफर वाइली सेड इन ए टेस्टिमनी, आज तक आपने उसको सू भी नहीं किया और क्रिस्टोफर वाइली की बात को झुटलाया भी नहीं, और क्रिस्टोफर भैया
I didn't know people
सुनिए
give
ना,
testimonies
अब
in parliament
अपने
के
1 मिनट में नहीं बोला, पर दूसरों के 1 मिनट के अंदर आप 10 बार बोलोगे, क्योंकि सच का कत्ल कैसे करना है केम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका ने सिखाया आपको, केम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका ने सिखाया सच का कत्ल कैसे करना है, ट्रोलिंग कैसे करना है. प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट मी. केम्ब्रिज एनालिटिका has taught you well, but listen to me. Now I am just saying, if Mr. Christopher Wiley has not said the truth, at least take some action. Okay, that is Miss Divya Spandana. On day one, when this issue broke out on 21st, she came to Times Now and she said, we have never engaged with this Cambridge Analytica. She tweeted on 27th saying Congress has never engaged with Cambridge Analytica. There is an interview of Ms. Divya Spandana now, recently done on a soft interview to a soft journalist whom she prefers over rather hard questions. She has told that soft journalist in a soft interview that we may have got proposals, we may have met them, they may have done some work. So now the position has changed because the lies are being caught. And thirdly, there is one more magazine. If I could, I don't want to name the magazine. It's a very reputed magazine. It has put out the presentations as were put out by 10 times now. That PPT presentations were submitted by Cambridge Analytica for Congress Party. So now at least sue the magazine if it is.
No, let me answer that.
It is not suing anybody. Don't sue anybody.
Like Amit Shah allow a fellow panelist, Richa Kapoor.
I'll tell you what, I think posters and postures can only lead to poll predictions, but they cannot prove that there is an impropriety that has happened.
Then why did the Congress Party say it was photoshopped?
No,
why did the Congress Party say it was morphed?
और नीरव मोदी में फोटो काफी है. नीरव मोदी के समय फोटो काफी है.
But the question is that getting business proposals is not the same as doing business.
Absolutely.
If you give a business proposal, you put the photo of the business proposal.
But that's what Cambridge Analytica, what mileage it was trying to gain, we don't know. We don't know what mileage it was trying to gain.
From somebody, you'll put this photo.
You know what? Your picture is there with Rahul Gandhi and you've said you've never met Rahul Gandhi.
I met him at somebody's wedding.
Exactly. So then shows, right, the credibility of a photograph.
You also claim to meet him at cocktails.
No. If you are saying a photograph establishes guilt, then photograph establishes guilt here also.
Where is the guilt?
Because you said it in Nirav Modi case. Photograph.
Simple point. Ghanshyam Tiwari, if the picture is up, and let's put out those pictures of Jamie Bartlett going into Alexander Nix's office. That's the picture we are talking about. That picture on your screen. That's the picture that was the beginning of the controversy. Now that picture, Jamie Bartlett in his interview has clearly said is a picture he saw with his own eyes. He was surprised to see it because he was there to do a interview on what transpired in the Trump elections between Cambridge Analytica and Trump's campaign. He did not concentrate on the India, but he remembers seeing that picture there. Now, would that picture have been put up, Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, if only business proposals were being submitted, or is that picture put up because there is a business relationship between the Congress Party and Cambridge Analytica?
And look at Alexander Nix. The reason he's making global headlines is he shows that with immorality, with data, with sex, sleaze in any mercenary manner, he can win elections. And a person who's so immoral does not care of BJP ideology or Congress ideology. He'll go to anybody who's ready to pay him money, and he'll use any lies to peddle somebody's business. If he can come to India, and he said that he was in India doing business since 2003 when he did not even enter this profession, then it is clear that for him facts do not matter. But the bigger picture is that who is opening the gates for India to allow these foreign mercenaries to come in when the finance
Congress Party people
that allowed foreign companies to invest in Indian political parties, BJP opened the gates and Congress supported it. The question that matters to the citizen and every one of your viewers is, why did we allow, as citizens, why did we allow BJP to open the gates for foreign mercenaries to invest in Indian politics without scrutiny? Not a single BJP spokesperson have answered.
But they have been in touch with Congress from 2011.
You will not comment on the topic of the debate. You will not comment on the topic of the debate. You will take the debate in a different direction. But Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari will not comment on the topic of the debate. He will take the debate into an entirely different...
comment on it. I said that this man is known for, globally known for peddling lies with immorality. That he has somebody's picture, let Congress Party answer. But don't take him on his face value. He is
so
now
let Congress Party answer. Let me get in Sabha Naqvi. Let me get in Sabha Naqvi before I take your question to Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao. Sabha Naqvi. Now, can Jamie Bartlett be a BJP stooge for the Congress to point fingers at when when the Congress had said they'd never done any business with Cambridge Analytica, can they deny the statements made by Jamie Bartlett today? He's an independent journalist. He did that documentary for the BBC, and today he's gone on record for the first time on Indian television saying that he saw that picture there. It's not a Photoshop picture.
So I agree with you, Navika, that Jamie Bartlett has said, the journalist who did that. So obviously, either Cambridge Analytica pitched very strongly to the Congress party, which was the ruling party at that time, if I'm correct in my facts. And but it's up to the BJP now to conduct the inquiry and tell us if the Congress party used them, because to an extent we know India is the world's largest democracy. We have active campaigns here. A person such as Cambridge Analytica would like to get their leg in here and do business here. But there are very, very serious issues involved, and I don't want to discuss this around party lines. And I think the BJP should come out with laws and clarity about data and who can access what, and we need those laws now. So since GVL, congratulations on entering the Rajya Sabha. I've known you for many years, and I hope the party will take this up in a non-partisan manner. It concerns all of us. So that's all that I can say. Yeah.
GVL Narasimha Rao, so if the BJP is convinced that the Congress party was using this data chore company Cambridge Analytica, then why are you not going the full distance? Why are you not conducting the inquiry that you should as a party in government? Why are we living in a world of innuendo?
No, Navika, the moment... No, there is no question of any innuendo. I think the day the allegations, the day this came in public domain, you had the IT minister and a senior leader of the BJP, Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad, holding a press conference and assuring this country that protection, privacy, these are very important issues.
They argued against
most important, and government will act against anybody. Will act, can I have my say please? Will act against anyone, including the Facebook. He has warned all those who are involved in such data chore. He is involved. He has assured that action will be taken against them. But for the political parties like Samajwadi Party to come to the rescue of the Congress for every blunder they make, for every abuse they indulge in, I think it only shows this is not just an alliance of morality. They are together for immoral reasons.
And you are together for
let's keep the politics out of it.
When in the parliament you pass a bill without any bail
you cannot take a stand on an issue like this.
Is that a
Can we not take a stand on an issue like this? Why do you have to come to the rescue of Rahul Gandhi?
Retrospectively amended FCRA
some unethical practices like this.
Forget coming to the rescue.
Unethical practices must be
Forget coming
curbed.
to the rescue of the
Aadhaar is not secure,
forget
Facebook is not secure, Cambridge Analytica is not secure, banks are not secure,
No, it's secure.
people are not secure. What are we doing?
They say it's behind 13 feet.
This happened before the FCRA regulations were put into place.
You
This
had
happened
an
in
opportunity
2012.
to put the plug.
That time your
You did
UPA
not
was
do it.
defending
No.
everything. Na? They were blocking all the policies.
what about
But
the
then how come
5,000
Cambridge
crore
Analytica
rupees?
came in? And he came in and met Rahul Gandhi.
I have one
How he
question.
This
met?
is not about Rahul Gandhi.
Why? If the same poster would have been of the BJP, all these panelists would have been dancing on the
BJP
table.
symbol was there on the
Yeah,
website.
BJP symbol is there.
How it is not approved?
It's there on the website.
Respond,
Very
please,
good.
Poonawalla, respond.
This is so amusing.
For the sake of your amusement, the BJP logo was on the website.
Yes.
So why doesn't GVL take action against
In
them?
fact, people
BJP
will
logo
do that
that's on which website?
On the Indian wing of Cambridge Analytica, which it now says is not the Indian wing of Cambridge Analytica, but the guy goes about showing off he's the Indian wing of Cambridge Analytica.
So interesting.
And then he said
And
that
JDU's
somebody
son
from
is
abroad.
there. You
Yes,
have
please.
everybody.
His
Your
emails were
life.
exposed on this
You
channel.
first-
He wanted
the
to meet
proposals.
Rahul Gandhi. He was telling that I'm going to meet Rahul Gandhi.
And he said that he was doing work for BJP.
Cesar, if I come and meet you, doesn't mean I'm
have
doing
been
business
proved by
with you.
Wiley that he had links with the Congress party.
But
So
Gunjan
what?
Kapoor, yes, if you
Once-
meet me, doesn't mean we are doing business
Correct.
together. But if I put up a picture of a
Yes,
political
yes.
party in Do I do it because I
there are
love the
people who put
political
a photo
party?
of the Prime
Do I
Minister.
do I
There
do
are
it
people
because
who
I
put
love the
photos of the
political
Prime
party?
Minister at 500 rupees.
Or do I do it because I'm just
there are a
submitting
lot of
proposals to that
these
political
are
party?
standard
So many
marketing
people.
techniques adopted by corporates to make a USP for themselves. Congress party, everyone
Are
knows,
your Prime Minister
is a
का
widely
photo
famous
डालते?
party, and as Sabha rightly said,
In
India is the largest democracy.
2017, this interview by
Well, if
Jamie
someone doesn't want to change the
one
picture,
minute,
we can't
one
help
minute
it.
He will
into
put the picture of a winning
this
party, not a
interview,
losing party.
this
World
interview
doesn't know
by
that.
Jamie Bartlett was done in August of 2017. You think in August of 2017, the Congress party was still more popular than any other
Well,
political
that's for
party in
Cambridge
India?
Analytica to answer,
Why doesn't
right?
GVL
I mean, if
buy
you
more?
But we are
Nothing for the
answering in
Congress to
depositions.
answer. Nothing for the Congress to answer.
Navika, if I put your picture in my office, I'm responsible for it, right?
But if somebody comes
you're
and
not
testifies
responsible
to a
for it.
court that Navika and you are having dealings, then you can say it. But
Right,
there
that's what
is
I'm
a
saying,
Christopher
no? So then
Wiley
it's for me to
whistleblower
answer
is
why
saying,
have I put
you see
Navika's
it in
picture,
context,
But there
not
was
see the
Navika to
picture
answer
along with
that.
the
This is
distancing,
weird
right?
logic.
You
There
have
was
to
also-
answer it. So similarly, Rahul Gandhi has to answer. What was the relationship?
Rahul Gandhi doesn't
क्या
have
हाथ
Cambridge
था
Analytica
Cambridge
poster.
Analytica?
Cambridge Analytica is
They
Congress
are
party
give you
now
more
poster.
proof. I can give you more proof
There
if
are
you are
so
willing
many.
to listen.
Please give.
Now-
there are people who
now
have
you
pictures.
please tell
One
me.
second. Nirav Modi was photographed with the Prime Minister at that forum. The Prime Minister said he just gate crashed as if SPG is a piece of cake. That is not Prime Minister guilty. The Prime Minister in his house says Mehul Bhai, Mehul Bhai. That Prime Minister is not guilty. But some third person puts up a photo of the Congress and that person
So by the
Rahul
same
Gandhi is
logic,
guilty.
how is
This
now
what
Rahul Gandhi not
logic-
guilty for
GVL
this?
What
wants to
logic
come
is
in.
this?
We are
GVL
using
wants
your
to come
logic
in.
and saying this is
GVL
Rahul Gandhi's
Narasimha
guilt
Rao.
now.
GVL Narasimha Rao.
You see, I think anyone who has a basic understanding of Indian politics knows that having a Congress in your among your list of clients can only get you a bad PR and not a good PR. So to that extent, I think it will be a travesty if anyone is trying to really promote Congress.
But
So
our best
certainly
PR
they
is
must
done by
have
the BJP.
delivered
Keeps
services
talking
to
about
the
the
Congress
Congress.
party and have never had anything to do with the BJP. BJP is a successful brand. BJP has been on a high for a long time, and Congress
I agree,
for
but
many,
on a high
many years,
that I
even
can-
before
I can tell
the
you.
loss in 2014.
I mean, every voter
Congress
can tell
was
you
a
you are
legitimate
not high,
brand.
such a
Why
high
will
you
anyone
don't
care
care
about
the
this
youth,
unless
you
he
don't
wants
care
to
about
close
Dalit
down
violence,
his
you don't care
business?
about students.
Yeah.
You are
I
certainly
think
on a high.
Agreed.
anyone who uses the Congress
Even
is
petrol
actually
prices are
wanting to
high.
close down
I'll
his
give one
business.
concrete example to the panelists here.
See,
Congress was saying
I must
delete
use the
Namo.
opportunity to agree
One
with
second,
GVL, sir.
Ghanshyam
I agree with GVL.
Ghanshyam, don't
The high
defend.
is.
I didn't
PM
know you are
Anishan,
on
Janta
Cambridge
Pareshan.
Analytica made you
That is the high
spokesperson of
of
Congress
BJP.
also, sir.
Okay,
Acha.
ladies
Let me
and gentlemen,
let me give a concrete
I'm coming to you,
example.
Shehzad. Let me, for viewers who are just joining this broadcast, we are bringing you the breaking story of Jamie Bartlett, journalist who first went to the office of Alexander Nix. Alexander Nix, who's the boss of Cambridge Analytica. Cambridge Analytica was involved in a controversy of trying to influence voters in the election of Donald Trump in the United States. There were reports that the same Cambridge Analytica had done business with the Congress party because this picture was in the room of Alexander Nix. Now, Jamie Bartlett, the journalist who did this entire interview with Alexander Nix, spoke for the first time to any Indian channel, and that was Times Now. Look at what Jamie Bartlett said in his interview. If you hear these words, you will realize why his words are shocking and why every Indian who's a voter, who's going to vote in 2019, should be worried about the warning signals that he talks about. Listen in to Jamie Bartlett.
Obviously in this fake news era, every claim has a counterclaim, however ludicrous. Some people have suggested that this footage has simply been manipulated and photoshopped for political purposes. Can you refute that categorically?
I honestly, that is a ridiculous claim, and because we filmed this several months ago, we had no interest in a way in the story that has now occurred in India. We didn't even think about it. We were just there for the US story, and so it was brought to my attention that this was circulating, this video, and that some people were saying it had been doctored and that it had been changed or photoshopped. And I thought, that's ridiculous. I mean, I remember it. I remember being in the room and seeing it. But I thought, sometimes your mind plays tricks on you, of course. So I went back to the original footage, I double checked, and sure enough, there it was. So the reason I kind of got involved in the debate online, I had any political points to score, but because I just wanted the truth to be out there that no, that was not photoshopped, that is the footage that we took at the time. And so I can categorically say that is an accurate picture, it's the truth of what was on the wall on that day.
You use the word fears, and this is very pertinent, isn't it? Because that's one of Cambridge Analytica's big claims, is that they can influence people emotionally, viscerally in a way.
Yeah.
And some of these documents appear to show they've been doing research into the caste system. This is incredibly sinister and divisive, wouldn't you say?
I worry generally about the use of highly targeted messaging and detailed profiling of citizens because it can be quite divisive, because you're firing specific messages at specific people and groups which will often play on their weaknesses and exploit their emotional vulnerabilities. I mean, a lot of this is about persuasion. It's trying to persuade people that weren't voting to vote.
Yeah.
And we know from research, we know from advertising that emotion is often the key to that, and they're quite explicit about that. And emotion is sometimes positive and hopeful, but yes, it can also be about exploiting fears and concerns and prejudices and worries. And that does worry me generally, because I think it can make for a much more divisive society.
He makes two very important points. He says, number one, that photo was not photoshopped. That photo actually did hang in that office. That's point number one. And point number two, he says Cambridge Analytica does very specific messaging through its data analytics that it offers to political parties, and it does very divisive work because it plays on fear of people. That's why this is important, and that's why it's a very, very dangerous tool to use.
I think it's extremely dangerous, and there's just one quick point I'm going to make before other panelists speak. The first person to data mine and to send us unsolicited calls was the former Prime Minister of India, Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Everybody remembers we got calls from Atal Bihari Vajpayee. How did the Prime Minister get our numbers? And every day we get an email from the current Prime Minister, including NCC cadets who get an email, Prime Minister asking for the data. Why is the PMO taking our
from
data?
Domino's Pizza also.
So, which is why I'm fighting for Aadhaar and privacy. And this government said privacy is not a fundamental right. This government said privacy is not a fundamental right. This government must apologize to us, the citizens of India.
You all started a campaign, delete Namo app. You all deleted your own apps and made, the Google Play Store Congress Mukt. Now, coming to the facts, Mr. Bartlett has claimed the kind of modus operandi of using caste, of using behavioral research and polling in that manner. And that is the same document put out by the magazine, the dossier to divide India, which was being given to the Congress party leaders. Secondly, Congress party said कि ये photoshopped है, ये video photoshopped है. That claim has been debunked. Miss Divya Spandana was saying हमारा कोई लेना देना नहीं. Now she's saying we may have met. Tomorrow she'll say we may have agreed. Then they'll say we may have hired.
But
Mr.
Tehseen Poonawalla, the point that is being made is that why did you first outright deny you had any connection? Then it becomes a qualified denial saying that okay, we have not done any business, but we may have met them. पहले क्यों बोला भाई?
I'll tell
मिले ही नहीं कभी.
It is the same stand. The Congress cannot afford them. They don't fit Congress ideology. Congress did no business with them. Thousands of people come every day to meet the Congress leaders. It means nothing. That's the stand.
So why wasn't it communicated on day one?
They're such a popular international party that their photographs hang in all international data analytics firms.
On his bike said,
because they're so popular.
I know what Divya said is a fact. I don't know what Surjewala and Markan and all these chaps say. That I'm not aware of. But what Divya said is the Congress can't even afford them. Congress has no money to pay salaries. Where is Congress going to get Cambridge Analytica? Sabha, there are Sabha. Congress has no money to pay.
Sabha, you buy that argument. Congress party which has been in power for 10 years between 2004 and 2014 does not have money to pay salaries. I mean, that argument of Tehseen Poonawalla, do you buy that argument?
It's a, let me, Navika, I in fact, Tehseen has flagged it. It's a mystery to me. They say they are broke. They said they were broke in 2014
after
the 10 years of power. Obviously, how they collect their money, where they put it, or people siphon it off. I've written about this. The great mystery of the Congress funding in 2014. I'm not talking about 2018, where we are right now. It is a story, Tehseen.
Yes,
so you're hitting a kuladi, पैर पे कुल्हाड़ी मार रहे हो अभी. ये तुमने मुझसे ये बात छेड़ दी. ये मैं सालों से हर कांग्रेस वाले से सवाल कर रही हूँ. भाई साहब, आपका पैसा गया क्या? कहाँ है? आप हर जगह कैंडिडेट्स को देते नहीं हो. मैं बहुत सालों से पूछ रही हूँ. ये बिल्कुल बहुत ही वीक आर्गुमेंट है.
This is Divya Spandana's tweet on 27th March.
Cambridge Analytica. If I've hardly spoken without interruption. I want to say one thing. If these chaps are working for the Congress party, I mean, they've done a pretty bad job so far. And the period, I'm not very clear. The period we are talking about it.
One second. Let me explain this. This relationship started.
Coming into that.
Mr. Nix was always trying to get hold of Congress from 2011-12, since SCL India was formed. The deal was only struck in 2017 after Amrish Tyagi brought him to India again. And they started devising a plan that 400 to 600 crores has to be paid to a front company. The first project, full-scale project, was in Gujarat, where Mr. Rahul Gandhi appeared as a Janudhari, which was never thought by the Congress leaders.
You have proof. You're making an allegation. Do you have proof?
Yes, ma'am. I have the proof. The proof is that the proposals which were broken on Times now, those proposals were there. Now, let me explain to you one more thing. Divya Spandana on 27 March, what she tweets. I reiterate the Congress party has never engaged with Cambridge Analytica nationally or regionally. Now why has she changed her stand in the interview? If she said never engaged, now she's saying yes, but we may have met. I am telling you, the Economic Times has printed, the Business Standard has printed that Alexander Nix met Congress leaders. I challenge Congress leaders to sue the Business Standard.
No, but
sue them.
Meeting is not
same
as business, no?
You are admitted. You are every day your lives are being caught.
Look at the bites that James Bartlett
you need
says
Cambridge
right
Analytica to get out of this
He talks about social cleavages.
You need Cambridge
He
Analytica
talks
to get out
about
of
emotion. Look at the variables he mentions, Shehzad. He mentions social cleavages. He mentions data. He mentions stars.
And all of this is being used by Rahul Gandhi.
Who talks about Kamsan Kabristan? Who talks about Mandir Chahiye Ki Nahi?
The Bhima agitation was Dalit versus Marathas.
Now you are
seeing
come on, Shehzad. I mean, now you are.
This is standard Cambridge Analytica tactics.
Don't go around in circles.
Bharat Bandh was actually courtesy Cambridge Analytica's ideas.
Shehzad, who's not giving Muslims
a ticket? You are
absolutely
correct.
Who's not giving Muslims a ticket in UP?
He says that Supreme Court was also part of Cambridge Analytica.
Yeah.
And as a result,
Supreme Court said that there were vested interests. Did Supreme Court not say there were vested interests? These were the vested interests.
Which were the vested
Supreme Court
interests?
yesterday said there were vested interests.
Cambridge Analytica. In
Shehzad,
this logic, soon you will start to say that Cambridge Analytica also has a headquarters in Nagpur. By the way, the honest
you may be better knowing because you are
the
the
honest interview of J.B. Bartlett
Congress,
must be appreciated. It raises a very significant alarm for India. That what is the data companies up to? What the data companies want to tell political parties is that we have this fantastic algorithm that will sit in your mobile or Facebook or somewhere and tell you precisely what a citizen is going to vote. So what is at stake is your secret ballot.
Since you want inquiry against Cambridge Analytica, are you open to Rahul? Are you open to Rahul Gandhi being summoned and inquired, investigated for this matter? Are you open for this idea?
So it is very important.
See, they are not saying. They are saying call Cambridge Analytica, put an FIR, but Rahul Gandhi ko summon karo to they are not saying yes.
Call Rahul Gandhi.
Then it will be political vendetta.
Then it will be vendetta.
Then it will
Now
be
you all
political
say Rahul
vendetta.
Gandhi should be inquired. You all want FIR. So let Rahul Gandhi be inquired. You please demand from Mr. GVL Rao that Rahul Gandhi should be summoned.
I think because you like to hear yourself so much, you hear half. I started by saying, please GVL bhai do all an inquiry. But the reason they won't do an inquiry is the only person mining data. The only person mining data is from 7 Race Course Road.
There's no Race Course Road.
That road. They're the only person mining data.
Cambridge has not taught you all. What is the name of the
data,
new road?
Army man's data. The only person's pictures being used by companies from China like Alibaba and Paytm is the Prime Minister's picture for 500 rupees.
Lok Kalyan Mark.
The only person in the Supreme Court who said data privacy is not a fundamental right, it's GVL Vice Party. They said data stored behind 13 feet high walls. As ridiculous as that. Please do an inquiry.
So you want data of Facebook and other social media to be available. You want to go via Cambridge Analytica. You want caste profiling. You want detailed profiling. You want divisive messaging to go
I am
out.
fighting against it in the Supreme Court. They and the Attorney General even want to link your election ID card to Aadhaar, which means they will know exactly which person came out to vote.
To Cambridge Analytica.
I'm comparing
this
UID
shows your
because they're
intellectual
as big a
bankruptcy.
fraud.
UID was set up by Nandan Nilekani.
And I say this, they're
You're
putting out
comparing that with Cambridge Analytica.
It is, and it was the biggest mistake they made of trusting people like Nandan Nilekani.
Now other mistake they made was that they were giving money to Cambridge Analytica. That's the other mistake. It's being educated.
This was not only UID.
अरे बाबा कितना प्रूफ दे दो वाइली ने बोल दिया वाइली को सू कर दो ना अब पेपर्स को सू लिखता है उसको सू नहीं करते कागज आते हैं आप उसको सू नहीं करते पोस्टर पीछे लगाते हैं वो क्या चाहिए आपको
I give you a business proposition. I take a picture with you and I put it in my office.
Have you ever done that?
No, does that mean that I'm working
Have you ever done that? You did project, you propose the project and you put that picture up.
I don't know.
You put the picture when you're doing dealings with them.
This is strange logic. Prime Minister says Mehul Bhai, but no relation.
We put a picture of Ramji. You all put a picture of Cambridge Analytica. And Cambridge puts up
GVL Narasimha Rao.
You must admit a mistake. The day Mehul Bhai went there, it became from 7 Racecourse Road, it became 7 Lok Kalyan Marg. Mehul Bhai attributed that 7 Lok Kalyan Marg.
Not letting anyone else come in.
Yes, GVL Narasimha Rao. GVL Narasimha Rao. GVL Narasimha Rao is coming in.
Yeah. You see the Congress party's blatant lies do not surprise me a bit, because if you see what they have done in several years, on no occasion have they ever accepted anything. The first response, natural instinct of the Congress party is to go for a utmost denial of anything that you say. And they have been caught lying repeated occasions, including the so-called secret meeting with the former foreign minister of Pakistan. Anand Sharma spoke to the media saying it's a lie. No such meeting happened. And Randeep Surjewala said no meeting happened with Chinese ambassador with Rahul Gandhi. And every time they have been found to be lying outrightly. So it's a natural instinct of the Congress, and I'm not surprised. It's the credibility of the Congress party is so low. But what I'm really concerned about is that angle of provoking caste conflict through misuse of data in this manner. How the Congress used the caste provocation in Gujarat is known. How they have organized caste protests, Dalit protests which led to the death of 10 innocent Dalits. The Congress must take responsibility for it. They want to create political gains by indulging in provocation, by indulging violence, by inciting violence, and they are using possibly Facebook also as a part of the same grand strategy. This is anti-democratic. This is anti-Indian. This is not the way you conduct yourself in politics. In a democracy, you want to provoke caste conflict using even Facebook.
Why aren't you fulfilling your duty of arresting Manmohan Singh if he met with any foreign diplomat?
Is it not a fact?
Why do you say one thing on TV studios and another thing in Rajya Sabha?
Did Randeep Surjewala lie? Yes or no?
You talk to me about my Prime Minister and my Finance Minister and the Rajya Sabha. The Prime Minister said Manmohan Singh was involved in treason. The Finance Minister in Rajya Sabha said this is not true.
Tell the media. Did he not give a bite saying no such meeting happened with the former foreign minister of Pakistan?
If political barbs are beyond your comprehension, it cannot be held.
That things are political barbs are beyond your comprehension,
it cannot be held. Nothing of this sort.
But I would like to ask you. You all talked about. You all said कि पूरा proof है गुजरात दंगों में मोदी जी का हाथ है. आप तो 10 साल सरकार भी चला है. Why were you accusing him when you had no proof? Why didn't you put him in jail? Why didn't you put him in jail?
They appointed people like Satyapal Singh who then became MPs.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. They don't think their arguments through.
You can't argue it both ways.
You can't argue.
You
You
can't
made a
argue it
political
both ways.
allegation. Somebody else made a political allegation. Allegation is an allegation.
Treason is not a small thing. No.
Desdroho of sedition.
Prime Minister of National
To say that you're working against. When you stand with JNU gang, which says tukde tukde, what is his national interest? When you stand with Manishankar Aiyar, who says Pakistan se sabse zyada pyar milta hai, what is that to this? That is equivalent to fighting against our forces. That is all that was said.
What are you diverting to?
You answer that what more proof you want from Cambridge
Congress
Analytica.
plotted Godhra riots with Cambridge Analytica and nobody is able to prove it.
Yeah.
That is the argument Shahzad wants to make.
Who became a BJP
Exactly.
investigation.
I mean,
That's
let's
what
not
the
take
government
this,
is
let's
doing.
not take this
That's
debate to
trivializing
ridiculous
the matter.
levels. Since none of you seem to have an answer to what Jamie Bartlett has said, Tehseen Poonawalla, I once again ask you, when Jamie Bartlett is saying that put the two things in context, put Christopher Wiley's deposition along with this picture in context. Are everybody in the world today ganging up against the Congress party? Answer that
specifically.
Is everything suddenly turning against the Congress party 4 years after the Congress party has been out of power?
The Congress party, by this logic, is as guilty as the Prime Minister saying Mehul Bhai Choksi and Mehul Bhai Choksi running away. If the Prime Minister
Why
is not
don't you
guilty in
answer
this,
for the
then this
Congress
is guilty.
party?
It
Why
is the same analysis.
everything about Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi?
Because if that can be defended, in this case where the Prime
Mehul
Minister
Choksi
himself
ko bhi
said
aap hi ne
Mehul Bhai
banaya.
Choksi,
Karnataka
here
mein
the Congress
non-bailable
never said
warrant
Cambridge
execute
Analytica.
kiya.
They used the name.
They had the
Now,
proof
if
in court, they were
hold on.
putting the proof, they did not inform the central government.
PTM which used the Prime Minister's
Mehul
photo.
Choksi ki
So, hold
company
on.
mein LIC
Use the
ne
logic.
2013
If
mein
the
invest
PTM
kiya,
goes- if
whereas
PTM
SEBI
goes
and
bust
NSE had
tomorrow,
banned
are you
them.
going to say Prime Minister is responsible for that? Because PTM has gone bust and used the Prime Minister's photo? It's the same logic that I'm using.
you see.
Please, don't make those
Everything
faces.
is falling
You know that
into
you don't have
place.
an answer to
Let
it.
us put an investigation
Paytm
in place,
doing,
right?
data mining like
Every time
Cambridge
you
Analytica
can't
is
say
doing
crime,
data
every time
mining.
that's why you won't arrest.
What are you
Will you
saying?
stop governing?
I am asking
It
you,
goes
I'm
from data.
asking you, Gunja, I'm asking you, Gunja, why do explanations of the Congress party keep changing? First, it was Photoshop. Now we have an answer from the man himself
Correct,
saying
correct.
it's not Photoshop. Now the boundary lines change.
No.
Now you're saying it could be just some discussion.
Yeah.
Earlier you said you have nothing to do with him. Nothing, no business
I'll tell
ever
you what,
conducted. Now
yes.
some proposals could have been discussed. Why are the goalposts being shifted?
No. So
Do you have something to hide?
No, I don't know. Look, I'll tell you what. I think that the moment someone says that, okay, my picture was there in someone's room, I'll be like, no, that's not possible. It must be Photoshop. That's the first reaction someone would give. You know, as I said, if I put your photograph in my office, that's one. Second thing, of course, business engagements don't mean business proposals. They are two different things. Third, now if everything's falling in place all of a sudden, why don't we put an investigation in place?
Exactly.
When the first time you would have been asked that, do you know Navika, you would not have denied it. But they denied it. They said we don't know Cambridge Analytica.
Again
Kuch
we
lena
come back,
dena nahi.
GVL Narasimha Rao, to an investigation. But when an investigation is done and the key people in the Congress party are summoned, then we'll start the RAG, political vendetta RAG.
Well, will they
The
stop
political
governing?
vendetta RAG will
Political
start
vendetta.
again.
No, but Navika, this concerns some very important fundamental questions concerning data privacy. So certainly when the minister on the first day made this announcement at a press conference, I think the government is serious about it. Anyone who has breached the privacy, anyone who has misused, unethically used information, private information for marketing purposes, I think they will certainly be a part of the investigation. But it doesn't have to be the only Congress, the only focus of the investigation, but larger public interest certainly will be kept in mind, and we won't give a scope to the Congress party to cry vendetta, because even when they are caught red-handed, the Congress still claims they are innocent. Yeah. The public really knows what is the truth about it, and any kind of misuse, unauthorized use, unethical use of personal information, I think calls in this information age. I think we certainly need to protect ourselves and our people, and government will do whatever is required to enforce the public concerns.
Do you see any pattern in this? Christopher Wiley and his deposition, and this picture of Jamie Bartlett and this documentary that comes out and his interview now to Times Now, is there something that suddenly comes up that wants to implicate the Congress party? Why isn't the Congress party answering that question?
You know, Navika, this is, I agree that this is such a serious issue, and I'm glad that this issue has come into the public domain, because none of us actually understood. People don't understand how data is going around. So beyond the political thing, this is a very, very critical issue, and we do need to have laws to protect ourselves as citizens. That's so I'm very glad GVL said what all he said just now. I think there is enough here, because the issue is so grave and so serious, for investigation of this Mr. Bartlett and whatever has been said, and it can be thrown out, or it can be proved there was an arrangement beyond of it. I think we all have to recognize, some of us have been part of this without understanding what was going on, right? You know, so we all need to be protected now, and I think there is enough for the Congress to be asked certain questions. Certainly, I do that.
The new oil, unless we
So
don't
data
have
chore ka proof to aa gaya. Data chore proof do you recognize?
I'm saying something. Data is the new oil, and unless strict laws and GVL.
Forget about laws. Why don't you talk about the Congress's admission? Is it time for the admission or not?
What admission?
For Congress party to come clean.
They said that they have nothing to do with it. So GVL's party to prove that there was something wrong in that.
Well, Christopher Wiley, Jamie Bartlett, there are smoking guns.
Right, and they don't have data protection
there are
laws
smoking guns. Look at the poll.
Let me
Look at the poll on the screen, Tehseen Poonawalla.
Yeah.
We have asked a simple question. We have asked the viewers tonight to vote on one basic question. The basic question is that were the Congress party trying to take voters for a ride? Were they trying to influence voters? Look at what that has. Congress party been caught plotting, cheating? Look at the response of the viewers. 83% viewers feel yes, they were caught cheating voters. 17% only have faith in you.
If any more proof is given, it will be called Congress Analytica, not Cambridge Analytica. Now they are not understanding that the writing is on the wall, but some are like ostriches. Their heads are in the ground. They should now name it Congress Analytica.
Shehzad, there are pictures
and
of
then
you
it will
with
very soon.
different party
You see the
leaders.
trend.
Look at
Rahul
what my
Gandhi's
viewers
tweets started
on,
appearing in a good way only when Cambridge came together. Before that he was tweeting.
All
Nobody took
right.
cognizance.
Look at what my viewers on Involved.in are saying. Rajendra Raina says, instead of the cookie jar, the Congress hand is caught on the wall of the Cambridge Analytica office and framed at that. Also, Shafiq says, without fear and favor, says a chore is not entitled to call others the chore. And Parul Kriti says, seriously, India throws itself in foreign hands. And that's the hand in the London office of the Cambridge Analytica. That's all we have time for on this big debate, data chore proof, with Jamie Bartlett talking to the first ever Indian channel, actually talking about the Cambridge Analytica and the Congress link. Thanking all my panelists tonight on this big debate.